G'day and welcome back to the channel. I've made some slight adjustments to the team. I gave Primarina a fairy feather to increase its fairy damage of Moonblast by 20% over the Mystic Water using. And then I changed Raichu's two moves. I had a look between Trailblaze and Grass Knot, and Grass Knot's just superior in every way, shape or form. So we were going to stuck that on there. And then I put Draining Kiss over the Alluring Voice. But we'll play these out and see how they go. Our first opponent also has Raichu, potentially also Staraptor. So I think they also have... So I reckon we start with Raichu. I think that's easy. We can then... Yeah, their Meowscarada is going to be a bit hard to navigate. So I think we bring out Overquill. And then it comes down to maybe Sneasler. Yeah, I reckon Sneasler might be able to inch this one out. I think Swampert is not overly useful. But we're on continuing our 3-win streak against their 2-win streak. They lead with Staraptor. That's good for us, because we live with Raichu. However, they could just as easily swap into their Raichu. They could just as easily swap into Garchomp. And if they do those things, are we overly worried? I don't think we're overly worried. So they are going to swap. It is going to be Archeludon. Okay. That's not bad for us. Archeludon doesn't have huge special defense. And we're going to hit it with a huge Zap Cannon, which will paralyze it. And then we can follow up with a Focus Blast. So no drama there. Easily taken care of. And then yeah, we just do 58% damage, so we can have the stamina and the leftovers, and we'll just do that again. If that was their best answer to a Zap Cannon, I'm not opposed. Because yeah, we just do another Zap Cannon. That'll clean Archeludon out. They'll have Staraptor. I mean, they had all the answers to Raichu. Raichu's our only visible Mega on the team. Okay, Meowscarada is something we do need to navigate around, so we need the Staraptor. They've got Triple Axle. What have they got here? Dark. I reckon we don't need this Sneasler, so we'll scout with Sneasler. See what they decide to go with. They went with Triple Axle. Because we know the... bit of damage. Because we know the Flower Trick, we don't survive. So we have to try and scout out whether this is a Choice Scarfed Meowscarada or not. But that's a pretty decent chip. They're going to maybe Triple Axle us again. They're currently Ice type. Let's see if they're Scarfed. They are Scarfed. So I think that's the only way you beat our Jolly Sneasler. So they're sticking with that, which is fine. We definitely still need our Raichu for their Staraptor, so Sneasler was just get a bit of chip, do a bit of scouting. Now we get the Intimidate off. And we can Toxic them. Yeah, I reckon we Toxic, because then it covers for the switch. They'll likely Triple Axle us, or switch. They decide to switch. They Intimidate us. That's fine. We'll at least get the Toxic off. And that's good, because then after multitudes of their supposed close combat, we should come out on top. The issue is if we swap now, That's bad. We haven't intimidated them. It's also bad. Do we survive? No. I think the swap there actually snookered us. Because now we can't swap back. This has put us in a very precarious and difficult position. Because, yeah, they all close combat us, which is... we survive. Okay, there's a way out. Because this Poison Barb, or Barb Barrage, should do decent damage, but it doesn't. That is terrible. That's 120 base power. That is nothing. But yeah, we're at -1, they're at now +1, so fair. But disheartening, to say the least. Because the best we can do now is... Aqua Jet. Oh man, that Meowscarada I think's caught us out. Because yeah, they'll close combat us. If we swapped then, the close combat would have taken out Raichu. So, I don't know why they would swap to Meowscarada here, but if they do, that's good for us. We'll need to Zap Cannon. Yeah. Okay, so... we were beating the Staraptor. They've got a choice now to Flower Trick us, and if they think they take that, then we lose. Because I'm pretty sure it's Choice Scarf. Unless they decide to lock into Triple Axle again, which I don't see happening. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be Choice Scarf, Flower Trick, GG. But the fact that they're thinking about it, maybe they're not sure. As confused. Pick your move. Yeah, so they again went for Triple Axle. We do not live Triple Axle. That is most unfortunate. I thought we would have survived that. But stab Triple Axle. But again, why wouldn't you stab Flower Trick? You have confused me, Ninja Kid, greatly. I'm not sure what your Meowscarada was doing. But either way, it did defeat us, so... It was the pivot switch then that sealed it for them, because they moved into Staraptor before we could move into our Raichu. And I don't think Raichu... we're going to have to check that. But we are on to our next opponent. Parsi, who has Sinistra, Blaziken, King Gambit, Dragonite, Mawile, and Gigengar. So, I think in all these scenarios, Swampert is the correct lead, unless they decide to lead with their Sinistra. Then it is bad. So I think in that case, we lead with Gliscor. They've got a bit of fast and a bit of slow, so it's kind of hard to sort out whether they're going to go for Tailwind or Trick Room. Not sure. We could just lead with our Quillfish. If we lead with Overquill, it's only bad if they lead with Mawile or King Gambit, which is where we needed to have lead with Gliscor. But what are the chances of that? Hey, what are the chances? I couldn't tell you. We could be in a spot of bother here. It's a 2 in 6 chance. We are no good. They went with Blaziken, so not bad. I had to cover for our worst case scenario then, which was the other thing, the Sinistra. So they could likely protect here, or just take Toxic. I would expect protect so they can get the speed boost up uninterrupted, but they just allowed us to Toxic them. So they can just straight into Swords Dance. Poison will slowly eat them away. If they've invested in speed boost, they're now faster than us. Unless they are greedy and wait for another one and try another Swords Dance. Because at this point you wouldn't protect, you'd either attack or Swords Dance. But you are poisoned now, badly poisoned. So you're on a time limit. But that doesn't seem to affect them, they're going for it anyway. So then at +3 because of the -1 from Intimidate, we get our Bar Barrage off. It does pretty good damage. They do get a Citrus Berry, but badly poison will hit them a little bit harder this turn than last turn. They are now super fast. So we're just going to Aqua Jet. Just going to get some damage off, and then the poison will finish them. And Overquill can take down a Blaziken. So there's the Protect, which is now worse. Because they do get another speed boost. We reveal we're Aqua Jetting. Their poison now hits big. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because the Aqua Jet will do pretty decent damage. Not enough, but the poison will take them out. So 1 for 1. Baton Pass. Interesting. What are they baton passing to, I wonder? I was not expecting Baton Pass. Blazikens, you know, usually set up and go. But we have Mawile, Mega Mawile in. Righto. We can't Toxic and we can't Crunch. So we're in a bad position here until we switch. That should say has no effect, right? So yeah, we can Crunch, but that's not really going to do much. Has a chance to reduce their defense stages. I wonder why Toxic doesn't show no effect. Oh, maybe it will in the battle thing. Yeah, that's big damage. Well, maybe we needed the Aqua Jet a bit later. Alright. Well, we are at least going to focus, Sash, Survive, and do an Earthquake, which could do some big damage. And it is what we are banking on. Because there are some speed boosts involved. Oh, actually, if we Tailwind, what do they got? They're up 3 speed. So let's Tailwind. You can Ice Punch us. We're sashed. And this ensures that Raichu is faster. Because Raichu should theoretically maybe be able to take down the rest of the team. So let's do our Earthquake. We should be double speed now, which should be faster than Mega Mawile. But they have Sucker Punch. Okay. So speed is not the win here, unfortunately. So I think we may be at a loss here. Because they'll just Sucker Punch us as well. With +3. So yeah, the protects early were to stall out the 3 speed boosts before baton passing. So we do not survive a Sucker Punch, and that's the end of that. So maybe we should have actually taken our goal and Earthquaked with Gliscor instead of Tailwinding. Because that didn't matter at all. So that was a misplay, piloting error, more than a team failure. So we will start at the bottom of rank 3 again, with a little bit more knowledge than last time. But the meta has changed since this morning. We're now facing a different wave of opponents with a whole different team. So it's always challenging to climb the ladder. But we have a new opponent, Zeela, And Garchomp, Rhyperior, Weavile, Pyroar, Electros, and Venusaur. So I think in all scenarios, Gliscor is good here. We obviously want to run Raichu, right? Raichu's going to have a bit of a hard time here. I think we're going to need to run Swampert. Swampert. Primarina's going to have a bit of a hard time. Swampert's going to have a hard time. We need something for that Venusaur, which we just do not really have. Because yeah, Venusaur has Earth Power. Earth Power is bad. Venusaur has Energy Knot, and is also bad. We're going to have to try Unburden, I think. Yeah, we're in a really tricky spot here. So yeah, I'm taking Gliscor for a bit of Earthquake. Just got to remember that the Electros has Levitate, but that gives us the ground coverage, so they can't use any of that. Alright, so we got Garchomp up first. That's fine. I cannot remember if Garchomp is faster than Gliscor or not. I don't think it is. Even if it is our Sneasler faster than? Yeah, everything's faster than Garchomp. So I'm just going to Stealth Rock. They're going to Sunny Day. Okay. And Gliscor is slower than Garchomp. But we'll at least get our Stealth Rock out. So if they Pyroar, that's big damage. We'll then Tailwind. So we'll survive an Outrage from our Focus Sash, but we don't even need to. So they're going to Outrage again. We don't have Primarina in the back to absorb it. So we probably need Gliscor a little bit later over Sneasler. Yeah, I say we do. So they're going to Outrage again. We can swap Sneasler in now. Sneasler can eat an Outrage. I'm sure of it. Otherwise I've made a great error. Ooh, we survive. But that is... We're just burning out their sun at the moment. We'll close combat, I guess. They are confused, so there is a chance. But are they Rough Skin? Because that'll KO us, right? Yeah. Cool. Do they hit themselves? They do not. They Earthquake. So yeah, if we didn't Rough Skin them, they would have been out. So we're having to navigate around. We shouldn't really need to be navigating around this as hard as I am. Raichu does have the Dazzling Gleam, so should have been able to KO the Garchomp, but just trying to preserve that a little, even though it's definitely not unknown knowledge. We lose our Tailwind. They do have Pyroar. Pyroar in the sun. Mega Pyroar is quite quick, but takes some big damage. Likely going to KO us immediately. But if they give us a chance, we can reset our Tailwind back up. I've not encountered a Mega Pyroar before, so this should be interesting. Yeah, just Flamethrower in the sun. But kind of mucking about with their Garchomp has kind of delayed their Sunny Day a little bit, so... how many turns they got left of Sunny Day? 2. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Not so much, because... the Garchomp had a Heat Rock. How cool. Yeah, Focus Blast. They could swap here, or stay in. I think, yeah, the Raichu Mega Y, which we're running, is the faster of the two Raichus. And it has massive special attack over the other Raichu, so that is enough to KO. So Garchomp and Pyroar down. One to go. Let's hope it's not Rhyperior, otherwise... Oh no, we've got an out for Rhyperior. It is Rhyperior. It's not bad. They could have swapped then. Obviously it doesn't take a lot from the stealth rocks, but Rhyperior is pretty slow, and we have Grass Knot, which should do 4 times damage. Bye Rhyperior. I know you're supposed to be the answer to Raichu, but we've got you covered. Alright, let's reclaim our win streak. Yeah, I think Rhyperior was meant to be their big answer to Raichu, but it was not. But you can see how effective putting Grass Knot on there. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't have won that. And yeah, I don't think Volt Switch was being overly helpful, so Grass Knot, super helpful. But we are on to our next opponent. So again, they could lead the Garchomp here, or the Hippowdon, which makes me want to include Primarina. But then they've got Staraptor and Raichu, which makes me want to include Raichu. So I think we're going to lead with Swampert, because that's going to be our answer for a few, and then we obviously bring Raichu. Then we just need a better answer for Meowscarada. Meowscarada is absolutely killing us at the moment. I think Glysker is going to be our answer here. If not our lead. Could have led with Glysker. But I think they're going to lead with Hippowdon or Garchomp. They're on a 3-win streak. Let's see if we can break it. They lead with Staraptor. Okay. Not what I thought they would do, but that's okay. Intimidate hurts. We could Wave Crash. Let's Rock Slide, see what they do. I'm expecting them to Mega and Close Combat, which is by right what they're willing to do. But we are faster than them, so we should and might be able to flinch them before they get a chance. But no flinch. And Close Combat is big damage. They are now +2. And yeah, that is big damage. We can't really afford to swap against Staraptor. It is a really punishing Pokemon. But we know we are faster. We get 0 flinches, so they're up +2. But that is A-okay, because we get our Raichu in, and we threaten big damage. Ooh. It's flying, fighting. So yeah, Fairy still does 2, and Lightning Electric does 2, so let's see if we can do big damage against a +2 Staraptor. Yes. I imagine the Rock Slides chip helped, for sure. But let's see who else they've got in the back. It is Gengar in the back. Just fine. We will Zap Cannon it. We are faster. Zap Cannon does big damage. They have Focus Sash. And they could be Destiny Bonding us. But they are now paralyzed. Sludge Wave. Okay. Ooh. Adds big damage. Crit. Righto. not much we can do there, unfortunately. So yeah, all we have left is our Gliscor. And I don't want to risk dual Wing Beat. It is paralyzed, so I think the best thing we can do here is Earthquake and just get rid of it before it does anything nasty, like a Destiny Bond or something like that. And then let's hope our Gliscor beats whoever they decided to bring third, which is probably Meowscarada. And again, as always, we are at a massive disadvantage. I'm 90% sure this is going to be a Choice Scarf Meowscarada, and it's going to be faster than us. It is Triple Axle. The only opportunity we have is it's to miss. No, didn't miss. Man. Yeah. Getting different threats, different day. Meowscarada is really starting to climb up there in threats. So, just trying to work out what we can do to make a Choice Scarf Meowscarada less threatening than it currently is. Because our Choice Scarf Swampert wouldn't have been doing much. They looked into Triple Axle because that was a choice. They could have done Flower Trick. Crit's pretty big damage. We have a new opponent, and they do not have Meowscarada. I've got Glamora, Raichu, Umbreon, Poltergeist, Staraptor, and Garchomp. So let's lead Raichu. I don't know if they would lead Garchomp. Do we take Overquill? Maybe. I think we take Swampert for sure over Gliscor. Do we have something for Glamora? I reckon we take Overquill. That's just a random pick. I can't. Like, Gliscor could be good in some scenarios there. Primarina could be good in some scenarios there. But let's give it a go. Okay, so they lead with Umbreon. That's good for us. It's not Garchomp. Because that leads us to just do big Zap Cannon damage. Or we could do big Focus Blast damage. Let's do big Focus Blast damage. Because that covers us if they swap to Raichu or Garchomp. If they swap to Garchomp here, ooh, that'd be so good. Well, they are withdrawing. It is Garchomp. So why this is so good is we opted for Focus Blast. So things to note, if you lead with that, you know, people are more likely to Focus Blast. This is going to do big damage to Garchomp. Plus we have the Dazzling Gleam as well. So they're now in a not good position. Because again, our Raichu is faster. So we'll just Dazzling Gleam, pick up the KO. No effort. One down. They were expecting us to Zap Cannon, not Focus Blast, because Raichu's new to the format, I guess. So yeah, now they've got a Raichu and a Umbreon. We've got Swampert for the Raichu, so we just need to try and do something here. And I think Focus Blast is the best we've got. I mean, they could Volt Tackle us, for sure. Do we think it's melee? No. Okay, it's the same as us. So, No Guard v No Guard. Theirs is a little bit faster than ours. That's fine. They get the special defense fall. It's cool. We will fire back at them. And now, are they likely to do the same thing again? And because they don't know we're not max speed, so we can't afford to lose Swampert here. We can afford to lose our Overquill. Let's swap, because I don't want to hang around again for another Focus Blast. We could have Zap Cannoned. That would have paralyzed him. Oh no, you can't para electric, so that's fine. Let's see if we survive. We do. I mean, we're not faster, but we can Aqua Jet. Yeah, so let's Aqua Jet, see if we can do a little bit of close. Nah, too far away. More Focus Blast. I'm not overly threatened because we've got the Swampert in the back, so just doing a little bit of chip scouting where I can. If the Aqua Jet cleaned up, then we wouldn't need the big guns, but no, we need the big guns, and we will Earthquake. Ooh, okay. I was not expecting that to be faster. How are they faster than our Swampert? Because that has cost us the game. Oh, maybe we're faster than the other Raichu, not faster than this Raichu. Okay, so our bad. I think our Swampert is faster than only one of the two Raichus, so that is something that we were going to need to definitely change, because that just cost us the game, which is mucho unfortunate, and we are back to rank 4. So we've made some changes, and that's helped. We've also now facing a different breed of opponent, which is causing us and our team some issues. So we'll play a few more, see if the statistics layer out. Again, in this scenario, we will lead with Swampert. That's some pretty good coverage. We'll take our Raichu. I don't know if Overquill would be good here. I mean, they do have 2 Psychics, and then it's just Fire and Steel. Who are we say? This is alright for like Hippowdon and Delphox. We've got coverage for the Samurott and maybe the Garchomp. Maybe we need a bit more Garchompy coverage. Man, Sneasel's not been a great pick these sessions. Water Dark. Yeah? Yeah, I reckon we bring Primarina, just to bring a bit of extra coverage for the Garchomp. But I don't think that our opponent's just gonna switch in and lose it. Let's see what they decide to lead with. Okay, so they're going to lead with Metagross, which is good for us, because we've led the Swampert. Metagross doesn't have Levitate, it has Clear Body, and then if they Mega Evolve it, then it just has the Sharpness stuff. So let's just pop an Earthquake, see what we hit. Yeah, so they're out of here. Let's see what we catch on the switch in. A Ninetales. Is this going to be Focus Sashed? Because they'll get the snow, but they'll take big damage. Or no, they won't. Oh, why did that not do big damage? So yeah, they're not going to Blizzard us, which is bad. Blizzard hurts. Kind of need the Swampert against their Metagross, so let's see if Raichu can survive a Blizzard. If Raichu can survive a Blizzard, we're in a pretty good spot, but I have doubts, and they've just Aurora Veiled us, so that is no good. We'll at least get a Zap Cannon off. I mean, it won't crit to bypass the Aurora Veil, but it will do some damage and it will paralyze. So, although they're going to withdraw, is Metagross coming back? Garchomp. Okay, maybe we should have Focus Blasted them, but that's okay. because they're obviously now going to Earthquake us. So, well done to them. If we'd Focus Blast, we would have won that. But that's okay. Do we need Raichu to hang around? Because Dazzling Gleam's going to be doing big damage. And then Primarina can clean up the rest. Although Dazzling Gleam on a non-stab behind Aurora Veil is no good. I think we might be out of this one as well. Yeah, the Aurora Veil setup, we don't really have a way to counter that. So, yeah, we're going to have to bring in Primarina and start Moonblasting. So if Dazzling Gleam did 30%, okay, they're withdrawing. They'll go into, okay, Metagross. Metagross will eat a Moonblast. Yum yum. Ooh. Again, how long have we got for Aurora Veil? Oh no, Aurora Veil's gone now. I thought Aurora Veil could only be active while Snow is going, but Snow is gone. Yeah, we're gonna have to swap, I think. Because we're going to need the Primarina for the Garchomp. If we swap to Swampert here, they'll Mega Evolve Psychic Fangs or Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash can miss. They also have the Bullet Punch. So let's see what they decided to lock into. It is Psychic Fangs. We do survive that. And then, yeah, we should be able to fire an Earthquake back, which is good. This will do big damage. Or not? Why are we not doing big damage? I am confused. Aurora Veil should have ended last turn, right? Or did it only just end? That said 1. Now it says 8. Okay. Yeah, well that's gonna cost us the game. Unfortunately. I don't know if that was a visual glitch. I will certainly review the replay. But that is a now, yeah, Ninetales. What do you use to increase Aurora Veil? Light Clay. Light Clay Ninetales. And it did say 1 of 5, and then it said 2 of 8. So we have been done dirty. But even with the visual, without the visual glitch, you know, our Earthquake was still going to be impacted by that. And I don't think it would have changed our strategy at all. So we're on to the next one. We've got Grimmsnarl, Garchomp, and Dragonite. Wow, they have a lot of things Primarina eats for breakfast. So, the only thing there that we have to worry about is the Superior. So, let's lead with Gliscor, and then Primarina pretty much cleans up. And then, yeah, we'll take our Raichu extra as well. Yeah, they got a lot of things weak to Fairy. So, good thing we swapped our Primarina to Fairy Feather. Mike is a Hex Maniac. So yeah, Grimmsnarl, Light Clay. I expect we'll be setting up screens. So let's Stealth Rock. There's the Reflect. In the Prankster, so there was no outspeeding that, which is fine. We'll get some rocks going, which can be useful for breaking Dragonite's multi-scale. And then we get Earthquake, Chill Wing Beat. Just got to worry about anything. We'll just do a Wing Beat. There's the light screen. Let us check the battle info to see if it is Light Clay Grimmsnarl. I mean, that's still pretty good damage. through light screen and reflect. Okay, so it is out of 5 at the moment, but apparently that doesn't mean anything. I guess maybe they responded, or yeah, to the fact that as soon as it goes up, you could see what item they have. So maybe that is an intentional change. Our special attack has fallen. Oh no. Sucker Punch, we live. Earthquake might clean up here. And it does. Excellent. And let's see if it now changes to 8. Yeah, so we get some stones dug in. And still 1 of 5. Let us Tailwind, if it'll let us. Maybe. Mega Garchomp is slower than normal Garchomp. But is it faster? No. So we'll get our Tailwind up, which will help Primarina next turn. They're just going to Dragon Claw. Fine. Obviously, Raichu's not coming out right now. It's going to be our Primarina. And let's check if the stats have updated. And they have. So yeah, that's now up. So that'll go next turn. And how many turns was that? So they got 3 turns left on light screen. So even if we protect right now, I think we're going to have to. So if we protect, they hit us with Earthquake, which we protect against. Now they have 3 more turns of light screen and 2 more turns of reflect. So we Moonblast. It does decent damage. Oh, the only thing we might have miscalculated then is the Tailwind. Because we live, but we need another turn of Tailwind. And we have it. So, perfectly fine then. We were lucky. They could just as easily switch out here, but they choose not to. So, they'll lose Garchomp. We've taken out their Grimmsnarl. And we lose Tailwind. They reflected first, which is annoying. But that is ending. Okay, and Superior. So, all good. Because, yeah, Superior will take us out. We just need to hang out a turn. So let's just not do much. It's contrary, so it'll be trying to like close combat and superpower, or Leaf Storm. Ooh. And it's got leftovers. Leaf Storm's going to give it +2, but at least Light Screen has worn off now. I don't know if we're fast. I think we might be. No, we are not faster. So yeah, Superior Leaf Storm +2 special attack. Our only hope is if our Mega Raichu either Okos or paralyzes them. Because yeah, we're not very effective on the Zap Cannon, but we're going to fire it to just get the paralyze off. Because if it all hinges, I guess, of us surviving, which is unfortunate. I don't think we're surviving a +2 Leaf Storm, if I'm honest. Because they're surviving that, which did, a bit. Our only hope is they get paralyzed, but they don't. Because even if we didn't Zap Cannon then, and we Focus Blast, we would have done 60% damage. So again, the team's lack of fire really not helping us here. So we had a pretty good run to get out of rank 4, but we are slipping back down. And it becomes a decision about what we need to do to make changes to the team to fix it. Because yeah, Sneasler is just not overly active. I mean, Sneasler would have been the pick then against Contrary, actually, now that I think about it. So we took Primarina for the Garchomp. Yeah, I don't think we needed the Raichu then. We actually needed Sneasler to take out the grass. Sneasler or even the Quillfish. So yeah, maybe just underestimated the superior Leaf Storm combo. But yeah, we'll try and get a couple more games in before we wrap up. And yeah, have a look at see what other teams on the team calculator have piqued interest to see how they go. But we have a new opponent. A Rotom Wash, Meowscarada, Archeludon, Garchomp, Staraptor, and Skeledirge. So I think we lead with Raichu. The only one we're overly worried about is the Garchomp, so we'll take our Primarina. And then we need something for the Meowscarada. Let's give Sneasler a go. Or do we take Quillfish? Just trying to see which would be a better fit. Because what have we got? 160, 176. I think Quillfish is the way to go. Over Quill. Because yeah, I don't see Swampert being overly helpful here. Okay, so they've led with Rotom. That's good for us, because we went with Raichu, so we're not overly threatened. And then, yeah, we just straight into Grass Knot. Yeah. They've decided to stay in, which is scary for them. Because, yeah, I'm not overly impacted by a Will-O-Wisp, or a Thunderbolt, or a Hydro Pump. Grass Knot does 0 damage. Maybe I am threatened by a Hydro Pump. A little bit. Okay, note to self, Grass Knot is not the answer. We do have Energy Ball. They are probably going to Hydro Pump again, so let's just swap. We can eat a Hydro Pump, avoiding a Thunderbolt, and then we can fire a proper grass move in return. It's a bit risky throwing out Primarina against a Rotom, but I have faith. Energy Ball can take us there. Mega Meganium was pretty good. Unfortunately, Primarina could not take us there, and is likely going to get KO'd now. Oh, we live. We are not paralyzed. They do get leftovers. But we should be able to fire another Energy Ball back. They've withdrawn, so they're going to think they need that a little bit later. They've got Meowscarada. Unless this is Choice Scarfed, we do get the special defense drop. They're likely just going to Flower Trick us. So let's see if Overquill can survive a Flower Trick. But again, if this is Choice Scarfed, we do not have an answer. We do get the Intimidate, but Flower Trick doesn't matter because it crits and ignores the negative attack. Oh yeah, we eat them. They are delicious. Yum yum. And we get our leftovers. And we will Toxicant Response. Because that covers the switch and it just covers if they stay in. So they're switching back to Staraptor. Excellent. they'll get the negative attack on us, which is fine. We're gonna need the quillfish later though. We're gonna need everything later, and we need to pivot, so we are not in a good position. We need we need to somehow get into Raichu without Raichu going down from a close combat, which is not possible. Our only solution is to sacrifice Primarina and somehow beat the Rotom with our Overquill. That's the plan. Because yeah, they Mega Evolve here and they close combat our Primarina, which not much we could do. This is what they were choosing to do. It would have OHKO'd our Overquill. So if we can get Primarina in, that allows us a bit of poison damage, but more importantly, our Raichu can come in now. Now, they are likely to swap into maybe Rotom, maybe Meowscarada. Because if they stay in, they're gone. They're gone. By big damage. So now they'll likely go back into the Rotom, which we're going to have to somehow manage, not with Grass Knot. They go for Meowscarada though, and we are geared to survive another Flower Trick if they decide to do Flower Trick. If they decide to do anything else, it's bad for them. Like if they go a Night Slash or Triple Axle, I think we survive. They go for Knockoff. That is okay. We survived that. I guess they were expecting us to switch. We lose the leftovers, but they know we Toxic now, right? So they swap to Rotom. Who gets Toxic? Oh, we probably KO the Rotom here, right? Maybe not. It's pretty bulky. But let's try a Barb Barrage. The Powers move is doubled, so let's go for a 120 base power Barb Barrage. Gone. So now they get the Meowscarada back in, and they just leave. Okay. Fair, fair, fair. Because, yeah, they had Knockoff and Flower Trick. Both we were surviving, and then taking them down. Alright, let's go one more to see if we can get back to rank 3. Obviously the changes didn't have a negative impact on the team, but it's the time of day and the difference in opponents which has determined the successfulness of the team. Okay, so we got another scenario where I think Swampert is a good lead. We are definitely going to bring our Raichu. And then we need, what do we need? Well, they're locked and ready to go. What do we need? Do we need Glysker? Glysker could be good. The Focus Sash is nice. The Earthquake against Lucario and Ceruledge is good. The Dragonite's a problem. The Dragonite or Lucario is their Mega. So it's a choice whether we bring our... I think we bring Primarina. I don't know. Primarina or a Gliscor then. I haven't overlooked Sneasler. Super Rookie. Okay, so it is a Hippowdon lead. That's okay. We read that correctly, which is why we have Swampert. So, no hoofing or puffin, just a straight up Wave Crash, please. Ooh, that's good damage. What are they going to do? Earthquake? Stealth Rock? Okay, so we did 70, so they KO next turn. They yawn us. That's not overly deadly. What do we have in the back? I think we just Wave Crash again and take the yawn. This KOs their Hippowdon, so even if we lose Swampert, we're one apiece. But it shuts down whatever Hippowdon was going to do next. It covers for their switch. I mean, we fall asleep, but it is what it is. Take the gamble. Take the risk. Okay, so it is Lucario, so not Dragonite, unless they're bringing both in. We've got answers for Lucario, so let's just try and wake up. Oh, we're Choice Scarfed. Oh, bad. So they could also use this turn as an opportunity to set something up, like a Swords Dance. So we take our one turn of guaranteed sleep. They take the opportunity to set Swords Dance up. Good on them. So in that case, I still don't think we're overly threatened. Let's see if we wake up. Okay, so second turn, fall asleep. And yeah, we get KO'd. Special defense fall is perfect. Because yeah, now Raichu can come in unhindered. And yeah, we just... I mean, we don't even need to Zap Cannon. We could Focus Blast, right? Zap Cannon? Zap Cannon. Focus Blast is double damage, but Zap Cannon paralyzes, and I don't think Focus Blast would OHKO, although they had the special defense drop, so maybe it would. Didn't matter. Zap Cannon does the job. 2 down, 1 to go. Oh, they had the special defense drop, but Lucario gets the special defense increase in the sand. So let's see if we lose to a Choice Scarf Basculegion. Yep, we do. That is most unfortunate. Yeah, I've been in that situation before, where you just like killing time until 2 Pokemon are gone, and then you just 150 base power everyone, and there's nothing no one can do about it. Because we need an option now to beat Choice Scarf Meowscarada and Choice Scarf Basculegion. So we will go back to the drawing table. We will try to come up with a solution for that. Until then, we will wrap it up there because we've pretty much lost all of our Ultra Rank ranking. And we will come back even stronger. So if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got a hell of a journey ahead of us. And I'd love to take you on for the journey. And I really appreciate the support. Otherwise, until next time, take care and enjoy. Thank you very much.